So okay, hello, another stream. So okay, so let me do some preps, and we got to go. Today is gonna be another combat mission, if historical air war is available, of course. So today is gonna be P-40 Strafing mission. I'm gonna go for vehicle convoy once again, and now we have another 17 minutes till next mission. I'm not gonna waste that time and try and do some taxiing and maybe landing runs, practice landing runs. We got heavy wind, 8 meters per second. That's gonna be some practice for me. Let's set up. Some reason they do not save my settings. Let's check out it's all working. Because yesterday I couldn't start the game, my launcher isn't a failure to launch. I was starting from restart icon, and we're okay to go. First of all, track IR settings, then RPM full forward. You don't need mixture and throttle preparations and set. Engine starts. It's 15 minutes till next mission. I'm gonna try and do some taxiing, let's say. Stupid game. How are you gonna do that? From here to here. And then some landing runs. If it's all go well, I'm planning at least another stream today on 8:20. That's gonna be Russian speaking commentary, Russian commentary stream. And maybe later I'm gonna fly either with Russian bombers in the evening or with English speaking C-47 community from Airborne Troop Carrier Command Discord channel. We all set to go. Let's check our radiator all set. And I'm starting to taxi. My standard start moving procedure part. I am increasing power till 1500 RPM, then decrease it to 1300, and she's gonna have normal taxiing speed, and I can feel the wind already. Now wind is from my 12, exactly from my 12, so I've got no any issues with that. But when I gonna turn left on that crossroads right next to the landing run, I gonna suffer with the crosswind. So because of that wind I need to increase my power. That was, I always got 1290 RPM, now it's 1320 or 20 RPM, I think. That's normal taxiing speed. Very easy to handle P-40 without using brakes on S-turning while taxiing. Still, power is not enough. Let's make it 13.5. 1370 RPM, maybe 80. That's gonna be too much, but I gonna turn left right now and I gonna start suffering from crosswind. That crosswind's gonna turn me right, disregarding I've got wind from the right, so my rudder surfaces, tail surface is affected by that aerodynamic influence, so I'm turning right without steering right. For some reason it's quite easy for me. Maybe this server gives you wrong numbers in terms of wind speed. I'm not accusing anybody, but that could be some error in mission description. Because last time 3 meters per second, I had no feeling that was only 3 meters per second crosswind on my strafing procedure. I had a feeling that's 5 or 6 meters, but just right now you can see I'm not able to turn left. That's all because of that wind. I'm not able to turn left. Once again, wind is from right, but that wind doesn't steer me left. It steers me right because of that aerodynamic force on my tail surfaces. But that's a good practice. I'm still able to do normal taxiing, quite safe. That's why I like P-40. That's why I like that kind of surface. That's a gravel taxi runway. And this type of surface I hate, which is on the landing runway. That's a steel plate. I'm not sure if they've got great degree of fidelity in terms of rolling drag characteristics, rolling drag force. That force is too low, in my opinion. Yeah, I can feel that wind. It gives me some issues, but still in P-40 on that type of surface I'm comfortable, and on asphalt or concrete tarmac or steel plate tarmac it would be quite different. But still on P-40 I would handle that well. Now I'm not gonna do some practice landing runs. I'm gonna try and do some taxiing on that steel plate. As you can see, they've got a surface like, I don't know how to say it in English, waffled. And those 1300 RPM, that power settings, they are too much for that surface. You can see that surface isn't smooth. I should feel some rolling drag, but no rolling drag at all. Just like on asphalt, on concrete surface, and on this surface, that crosswind is turning me left without using brakes, of course. I'm not able to turn right. How do you like that? Without using brakes on that surface, I'm not able to turn with a crosswind. I've got no any evidences, any calculations, any data to say that's wrong, but that's very... Why on a sandy, on a grassy, on a gravel surface I'm able to steer, and on steel plates I'm not able to steer? Well, anyway, that's unplayable if you want to steer only with your rudder controls without using brakes. And what if we've got slippery surface and icy or muddy surface above water, above ice, wet grass? Well, anyway, that's a good thing. This game gives you interesting physics, taxiing physics. I hope next game will be a step forward in that direction. Okay, let's make roll into the start position part. I probably will not be able to do that without using brakes. No, I'm able. That wind is turning me without steering. Okay, fine. And start. By the way, I'm not using new engine. I don't want that. For now. Now I'm using brakes. And I'm switching to normal landing trim settings. I'm gonna try high-speed taxiing procedure to practice clearing the runway parts of the mission. And my high-speed taxiing power settings gonna be 1200 RPM, because I use normal taxiing plus 15%, plus 15% settings. Normal taxiing is a 100 RPM, so 1200 is gonna be my high-speed taxiing. On a gravel surface, on soil, on grass, that's my normal taxiing power setting is 1300 RPM, so high-speed taxiing 13 plus 15% is 1500 RPM. We've got 1 minute left. A little bit more power. That's a high-speed taxiing. I'm shifting left to clear the runway in terms of long landing of next. Oh, that's a circle. That's a circle. That's my bad. That's why I like practicing. That's a lack of operational readiness. I need practice. That was a circle. That was player's error, pilot's error. Unacceptable. Moment. Thanks God I was practicing. So I would cause collision and death of both pilots because of that. And those beautiful group landings and clearing the runway, turning left and right from the runway. I'm sorry, but that's unrealistic. we got some unrealistic features in this game. That would be better gaming if you don't use those unrealistic arcade features. Okay, some waiting, and then if they do not turn off historical Air War server, I gonna do combat mission on P-40. Let's hope they will not switch on any turbulence or high winds. And as I said earlier, I'm gonna have at least one stream today. I will not be able to fly tomorrow, and I am hoping to have another 2 streams, all Russian commentary streams. Okay, my settings is there. 100% fuel without modifications, and we're all set to go. Let's watch our map. Here it is, my lovely reserve supply convoy. Those Russian guys call it column. That's how we call it in Russian. That's convoy, vehicle convoy. Oh, another 8 meters per second. Oh, that's gonna be tough. That's gonna be tough, but I'm happy to have such an opportunity to make a very, very, very long route flying and normal ground target strafing routine. I need to set my track IR. Excuse me. Yes, a little bit. Yes, just a little bit. Oh yeah. Okay. Now it's all set and we're good to go. RPM forward. I'm preparing P-40. I'm setting stabilized climbing settings. I use them for ground operation before start. And 70%, that's 5.5. Elevator trim up. And half closed outlet cowl flaps. Engine start. All set? Probably yes. My start position is gonna be right over here. I'm there, and from here I'm gonna start, then do formation pattern, then once again I'm gonna head to my ground target. absolutely outdated graphics and graphic user interface. Absolutely unacceptable. Lights on, parking brakes off. We're good to go. Start taxiing, and the wind is the same, unfortunately. Temperature is 20%. Okay, let's go. So I'm not sure that's possible to turn without using brakes. As you can see, I'm not able to turn right because that wind from west is pushing my tail surface to the right, and my nose goes to the left. That's inconvenient, but what can you do? About maybe 7 or 8 years ago, that's a circle. 7 to 8 years ago, I've been asking Russian guy who is a aerobatics champion, multiple aerobatics champion. He said 6-9 meters per second they opt not to fly. So what were the reasons of those who established 8 miles per second wind? They are so bored, they don't know what to do to give themselves any extra motivation to play this game. That's why they love those extreme weather on Finnish server, extreme turbulence all the time. That turbulence is wrong, simulated in this game. That's why I hate flying Finnish server. I would fly Finnish all the time on P-40. And there are no vehicle convoys on Finnish. Historical IRR gives you vehicle convoys and normal weather. Not today, unfortunately, but I'm gonna handle that. I've got almost 4 hours of flying time. That's good. Today, this time I'm not gonna do any low level route flying towards the target. I'm gonna do, if I survive over the target, if I survive that's AAA suppression pattern, that's strafing, I gonna egress, return to base on a low level, but I will fly my normal flight profile, 3000 feet altitude route flying, and auto lean mixture settings is gonna be set right right away from takeoff. And I forgot one thing. If I've got 8 miles per second wind speed, I'm gonna have 8 clicks shift after I complete my formation pattern, because the duration of formation pattern is about 1000 seconds. So I need to calculate adjustments. Let's stop right now. I'm using brakes. I'm sorry for that. I'm not sure I'm gonna be able to. So 8,000 divide 85. Oh, that's funny. How I gonna deal with that? So okay, I gonna start my fourth now you can see I'm gonna start my fourth 90 degrees left turn, 1 minute 30 seconds later than I should start it. That's how strong wind is. I'm not yelling, I'm not arguing, but for those who might listen this, I'm just saying those players, those server developers who opt such an extreme weather, they don't do that because of any reason, but they're bored, they lack of motivation to play. If you use realistic techniques and tactics like myself, the realistic way of playing, of flying, you will not be bored ever. You will always have motivation to play. I didn't want that bad weather, that high wind speed, but those who opt, who can set it, they don't care. They don't care. Okay, trying to turn left I'm not able to do that without using brakes because of very high wind speed. Okay, my takeoff heading's gonna be 175, so 265 is my readiness position heading. All set, let's watch our timing. My takeoff is gonna be, now it's 44:40. 44 minutes 40 seconds. My takeoff time is gonna be 46 minutes 0 seconds. So 45 minutes 30 seconds I'm gonna start moving towards my start position over there. airfield altitude is 0, very convenient. It's 15 seconds till start moving. That's gonna be takeoff in extreme crosswind conditions, which I don't like, but what can you do? I'm happy to have that historical Air War training server mission, almost 4 hours of time. That's a unique opportunity in whole multiplayer of IL-2 Штурмовик. Very poor, very undeveloped multiplayer. And I'm set to go. And I go. Throttle forward, slowly, 39 inches. Okay. P-40 is comfortable. Technochat on, it's gonna, for my procedure, I'm gonna need that. I'm waiting till 130 miles per hour indicated. When I take off, gear up, RPM down to 72%, accelerating, and that's 150 miles per hour. Pull up, I don't need Technochat anymore. She's stabilized. I've lost heading, and now I'm gonna do transition into stabilized straight and level flight. Technochat on, minus 10%, RPM down to 43. She is lowering her nose down, pitching nose down, minus 5% more. I'm waiting till she pitches her nose up and decreasing elevator trim 5%, minus 5% more. Pitches nose up, minus 5% more. I don't need Technochat anymore. And throttle back. Just as I've said, auto lean settings, mixture settings. And throttle forward. I need about 22 inches manifold pressure. Altitude is absolutely okay. Heading isn't okay. And 5 minutes after takeoff, I'm gonna start my first left 90 degrees turn. That's gonna be 51 minutes, 51.0 mics. She's not stabilized. Let's move throttle back a little bit. That's not gonna be 22.0, that's gonna be 21.6. I'm banking right, that's my bad. Yeah, 21.5 almost, 21.45. Let's wait and see. Maybe that's enough. All set. My airplane is stabilized. I've got my attention free for other stuff, other things, to watch my timing, to look around, to communicate with other group members. And I've got 35 seconds till first 90 degrees left turn. I'm gonna do standard turn with 15 degrees bank angle. P-40 is stabilized beautifully. So no turbulence. Thank you, historical HAW Training Server developers, for that. That stupid ugly turbulence isn't good. 5 seconds left and turn left. Extra power, additional power. Turning left, watching our vertical speed, not letting her pitch nose up or pitch nose down. And my new heading's gonna be 085. She's stabilized, throttling back. That's too much. I need 21.5. That's okay. 21.5 exactly. Watch our banking angle. And leveling up, that's 0.85, 0.86, 0.85 here. As you can see, my P-40 isn't stabilized. I've gained some altitude, unfortunately, but that's, you never get anything perfect. That's acceptable. Later today I'm gonna fly with Russian guys on A20. I hope I'm gonna fly, or I'm gonna fly with English speaking guys on C-47 or other, and then you're gonna see on my stream how leaders airplane goes up and down all the time, left and right, not stabilized. They disregard, they disrespect their own fun from that game. They do not use stabilized attitudes of flight. I don't know why, but that's how people play. One more left turn. I like stabilized flying. That's good for route flying on single mission, single aircraft mission. That's crucial for formation flying. That's some order, some respect for group members when you fly with somebody. My new heading's gonna be 355. When underturned about 30 degrees of heading, I'm throttling back, so I'm throttling forward to increase my airspeed, to have her stabilized while banking, and I don't need extra, I don't need how you say it, I don't need additional airspeed after I level up, so I'm throttling back. And my third left turn is gonna be my takeoff, my start time plus 13 minutes. My start time was 46 minutes plus 13, that's 59 minutes. 59 minutes I'm gonna start my third left turn, and in normal condition, zero wind speed condition, I would have fourth left turn on start time plus 15 minutes, so 2 minutes after third turn. But This time I gonna do some adjustments, wind shift adjustments, and my adjustment's gonna be huge. That's gonna be 94 seconds adjustment. So my fourth left 90 degrees turn is gonna be 1 minute 34 seconds later than I should do that. So it's not gonna be 0-1 mics, it's gonna be 0-2 minutes 34 seconds, if I'm correct. Let's wait and see. And after that fourth turn I gonna have heading 175 and I gonna have landing strip on my 12 o'clock. That's a wind shift adjustment procedure technique for very short route flying or formation pattern. I trained that formation pattern. I'm not bored to do that. In group flying you're gonna have your group formed up after second 90 degrees turn, and you're gonna have about 6 minutes to build up your formation, your spread abreast side formation, side spread formation, or close formation, or any echelon formation. Anyway, you need to have your airplanes not far from leader. So you use formation pattern for that. You do not go to the route while having your group not formed up. That's important. That's respect for group members. That's a good gaming. That's some kind of order. I don't need any disorder. I don't need any bedlam in my flying. Unfortunately, almost all the players do not appreciate that. They fly in a very different manner, as you can see on many streams, and I think if I'm gonna be able to fly later today, you're gonna see that on today's evening stream in Bomber formation, I think. That's unfortunate, but what can you do? I hate that expression, I'm sorry for that, but it is what it is. As you can see, I'm maintaining altitude. I would like to fly wingman in a close formation after my own airplane. That's gonna be a pure fun. Unfortunately, I've got no such chance. Okay, let's wait and see. 2 seconds till left turn. Start my turning. Additional power. Turning left. My new heading is gonna be 265. Under turning 30 degrees, I'm throttling back. I need airspeed to decrease on normal straight and level flight value. And 265 leveling up. Perfect. This is Hitty or Folkestone. yes, that's probably, I don't know how to say it, hit or hit. And this hit airfield, Limpton airfield, and I'm gonna wait till 2 minutes 34 seconds, so 2 minutes till next left turn. That seems wrong, but let's wait and see. That's my wind shift adjustments I do to have my landing strip on my 12 o'clock exactly after fourth left turn. That's a good practice for route flying in windy conditions. Of course you need pencil, you need navigation chart, you need notebook for that, you need stopwatch for that. I got stopwatch. You need all navigators toolkit for that purpose, but not in this game. This game you've got such an ugly map, you need to look to your map and see with your side view. You need to able to see your airplane's behavior, whether she's banking or pitching nose up or anything. You've got that opportunity in this game. That's wrong. And I've got 30 seconds left till left turn. As you can see, I disregarded south north adjustment. I disregarded that, but so for overshoot or undershoot adjustment I have disregarded that, I confess, but left right adjustment's gonna be good, and turning left. As you can see, I'm too close. That's because I've got had speed not on my 12 from my 12 o'clock, but from my, I think, 20 or 30 minutes past 12. I'm maintaining 15-degree bank angle. As you can see, I'm not quite accurate. Well, almost accurate. I'm almost over my airfield, and that wind shift is 8 clicks, 8 kilometers wind shift, because my formation pattern lasts about 1,000 seconds. That's very convenient. As you can see, quite accurate. Not like in a drugstore, like we call it in Russia, but quite accurate. I'm turning left, turning right on 200 heading. That's gonna be my route flying, and very soon I'm gonna start climbing. 200 set, and let's prepare ourselves to transition into stabilized climbing attitude. And Takeoff on, and we go. Plus 5% elevator trim, RPM up to 72%. She is pitching nose up and decreasing her airspeed. Plus 5% more. Setting our rudder trim. Plus 5% more. I'm waiting till she starts pitching nose down and add some elevator trim, 5% more. She's pitching nose down, 5% more. And once again 5% more. Technochat off, throttle forward. She's stabilized in climbing settings. Let's wait and see how my vertical speed indicator gauge is gonna be stationary or moving But anyway, as you can see, I'm stationary. It's stationary, I'm stabilized. That's beautiful. That's what I like. That's why I need Technochat for those purposes. In real airplane cockpit, you're gonna feel those movements, those small movements of trim control tab. So that Technochat messages, they are not some arcade or unrealistic features, they are realistic features, so you need to have them. And just a lot of players who do not understand that they support switching off Technochat. I disagree with that. And once again, as you can see, I'm stabilized. Once again, I would like to fly close formation after my own airplane. That's gonna be a pure fun, because I gonna add some no elevator trim should be neutral. That wind's giving me some side slip. As you can see, side slip indicator absolutely on center. Vertical speed is stationary. I need to adjust. I need to move throttle forward a little bit from time to time to maintain my 29.5 30.0 inches manifold pressure on such mixture settings. That's my stabilized climbing manifold pressure. I need to maintain that. As you can see, I had too much manifold pressure, that's why vertical speed was too much, and now it's not stationary, it's going up and down. Unfortunately, that's my bad, that's my responsibility. Oh, I'm too high. I need to switch, I need to do transition into straight and level flight already. Okay, minus 10%. Once again, RPM down to 43%, and settings back to normal, minus 5% more. Now I'm waiting till she's pitching nose up. She starts pitching nose up, and minus 5% more, not letting her pitch nose up. So my flight profile is gonna be smooth. That's important for formation flying and for your good gaming, for your positive emotions from that game. She starts pitching nose up, minus 5% more. Technochat off, I don't need it anymore. And when she starts pitch nose up, I gonna throttle back. Okay, throttling back on 21.5, I think. She's climbing, I don't need that. More or less good. Transitioning into straight and level, stabilized straight and level on new altitude. Okay, fine. I should watch my 6. I should look around. As you can see, I'm climbing a little bit. I know why. Manifold pressure was too much. 20.2 I had, 22.2, and now I was able to set 21.95. That's very precise, very fine tuning. Side slip indicator isn't straightforward. I need to adjust to the left a little bit. So my P-40 is stabilized. My altitude is a little bit more than I need, but I remember that my target has got elevation, altitude about 500 feet, so I need to be 3,000 feet above the target when I approach, so that's okay. And I'm gonna open cowl flaps a little bit. So now next my P-40 gonna burn fuel in auxiliary tank, behind pilot's back, fuselage tank, fuselage tank, and she's gonna lower her nose very, very slowly. That's why airspeed needed for stabilized straight and level flying is gonna increase very slowly. So I've got a little bit more power that I need right now. As you can see, maybe I will not do any fine tunings anymore. I'm gonna close flaps. It's 20 degrees centigrade, quite hot, and she's stabilized. You really have got nothing to do when you're in a, how you say it, in high seas. Now I'm not on low level, and I'm gonna find myself very easily. So this route flying is gonna be easy, no turbulence. My P-40 is stabilized. I'm maintaining heading, maintaining airspeed, maintaining zero vertical speed, which is crucial for route flying. And once again, I would like to fly formation, close formation with my own airplane right now. I've got no one to play like that. Unfortunately, people do not use stabilized flying. That's too boring for them because that's too slow. When you love something, when you like some process, you don't need to minimize timing. When you're stuck in the traffic, when you've got a boring lecture, when you do anything you hate to do, you trying to minimize that. When you do something you like, you love, you're not gonna try to minimize that. You're gonna be okay if that lasts longer. As you can see, this game's got staged unrealistic mass transfer, or how you say it, fuel mass switching. That's unrealistic. That's what happened with me some minute ago. So that was I've been talking about. My power settings, my airspeed became not enough for new P-40's attitude, for new pitch angle, and I had new pitch angle because of staged change of mass transfer. But I've closed radiator a little bit, that caused airspeed increased, and I've got my vertical speed indicator stationary on 0 once again. That's important for straight and level flight on stabilized straight and level flight. It's the easiest and the most common mission part If you're not able to do that in your 2 airplanes group, 4 airplanes group, 6 airplanes group, how can you expect to do some formation after takeoff, break before landing? How you can expect to do some combat patterns, combat templates, combat maneuvering? You cannot expect that. So if you're not good some reason my throttle on my joystick, throttle level on my joystick moved some reason, and I need to adjust it. I had such a beautiful 21.95 manifold pressure. I managed to recover that. I probably have touched my throttle level on my joystick, so it moved a little bit and my airplane was unbalanced for some time. That was my bad. I can understand that route flying is very, very boring for some guys. Almost, no, not almost, but all players I know use auto level. I hate it. I do not use it. When you do flying yourself manually, that's good gaming. That process contains good gaming for you, good interesting gaming and good feeling, positive emotions, and it's only in the most simple mission part, straight and level flight. All other parts are more complicated, more complex, more hard to do, and you can have them done well or done bad. So if you fly in group, you need to do simple parts properly, and then you're gonna do hard and complex parts the same way. How you can expect some survivability, some combat efficiency when you're not able to fly straight and level in a close formation, for example, or side abreast formation. And almost all players I know, they're not able to fly close formation or spread formation. They're just not able to maintain heading like I'm maintaining right now. They're not able to maintain constant vertical speed like I am doing right now. No, poor devils, what can I say? And this part of mission, route flying, is extremely boring for them, not for me. So I'm sorry if someone's watching and that's boring. I'm sorry for that, but that's the way I fly. That's the most realistic mission I know. I don't know any other players with such a realistic way of playing this game. I would, if you know, please comment below. I would like to fly with them. Perfect, stabilized. I don't do anything with the airplane for about a minute, but she's steering right, I need to set 200 heading, it's set, and left my airplane with 0 banking angle. Okay, and I have at least 40 or 50 seconds of doing nothing with controls. My attention is free to look around, to communicate in a voice channel, to do anything, to work with my navigation map chart, to do some notes, to spot for surface targets, ground targets, aerial targets. Oh, once again I'm banking left, so I need to add some rudder trim to the left. Now let's wait and see how she's gonna behave. Now she was banking right, now she's gonna bank left. Yes, she is banking left, and I'm gonna left her with a slight, very small right bank angle. So I'm gonna give myself 30 or 40 seconds of doing nothing with controls, and she's gonna maintain heading ±0 degree, and ±1 degree is acceptable. That's 201, unacceptable. 200 is okay. Oh my god, I've got enemy surface target. I had it under my canopy. I don't need that complications. Thank you. I would like to egress from this area. I was indiscreet in my route flying. I was too relaxed. That's my bad. That could cause mission failure, and this time it caused a right brake maneuver. So if I would fly in formation, all formation would be bleeped up. Sorry for that strong language. Okay, let's stabilize once again. I've lost some altitude. On 230 heading, I'm probably gonna 240 heading. I'm gonna fly 240 for some time. My manifold pressure is okay. This surface target is definitely enemy, hostile, so I don't need any complications. My target is over here, not over there. I would see them much earlier if I would fly low level. Thanks God I'm intact. I didn't receive any, I didn't get any hits by enemy flak units. Those Navy flak units, they are not a joke. And I'm turning left once again on 200 heading. That's a 40 degrees bank, 40 degree heading turn. Oh. And I need to stabilize once again. Let's set my favorable 21.95 manifold pressure. That's okay for me. I like what I can see on my fuel indicator. So no more any obstacles for me, I think. No. Yes, that Le Havre I can see already. Okay, I'm stabilized once again. Last mission, last week, I had, I was unlucky to have some hits by German flag when I was suppressing them. Closing cowl flaps. Once again staged mass transfer changes. Staged balance balance change. And last week I was unlucky and maybe not 100% in my AAA suppression pattern. I received small hit, and I was lucky to have very small engine damages. I was really lucky, so I had opportunity to strafe a little bit, but I wasn't very good in that strafing with such a high crosswind. That was complicated. Let's wait and see how I'm gonna deal with that wind today. Some reason my left wing tank or right wing tank probably shows not full. Some reason, I don't know why, but who cares? And you can see I'm shifting east quite so much. So probably let's calculate my correction angle. I've got about 85-87 meters per second airspeed and 8-second crosswind, so that's 110. I think I can afford myself turning left to 210, turning left to 210. I use 3-4 degree bank angle, very slight turn, very shallow turn, very slow heading the direction change. That's okay. I use that kind of turning for heading angles low 30 degrees and lower than 30 degrees. If I would have group flying right now and someone in spread formation with a 3 airspeeds interval, that's gonna be 250-255 meters intervals, we would use delayed turn technique for doing turns with maintaining spread formation. So for 30 degrees turn, that would be 11 seconds delay, and not to do any delays for very small heading degree turn. I would do that with a very low bank angle, so the turn radius is gonna be huge. That's why you can just turn simultaneously without delay and maintain more or less spread formation. So 210 is okay. My P-40, she is stabilized still when she's gonna pitch nose down because of that mass balance staged change. I gonna add some manifold pressure. I will not I will not close my cowl flaps anymore because it's already 40%. It's quite hot today. I love such a great route flying. I had about 80 kilometers of formation pattern and more than 300 kilometers of route flying, so that's almost 400 kilometers till my target. P-40 is capable of doing that even without Bailey tanks, and you're gonna have strafing or air-to-air combat, maneuver, dogfight, and you're gonna have fuel to get yourself back. I hope I'm gonna have that fuel, but if I'm gonna survive that combat on above the target, I would like to egress on a low level and do my return to base route flying on a low level. She is perfectly stabilized. That's why I like P-40E-1 is a beautiful airplane, but she's not so stable on heading. She's losing heading a little bit more than P-40. In this airplane I can afford myself at least 30 seconds of doing nothing with my controls. Sometimes it's more than a minute of doing nothing. I just need to leave her with a zero bank angle. She's perfectly trimmed, stabilized. I've got stabilized straight and level flight. My airspeed is constant because of constant vertical speed. If you've got your vertical speed, I'm gonna add some. I'm gonna open some cowl flaps. Maybe I was wrong, because I'm gaining altitude, and she needs to add some. Yes, a little bit rather trim to the left. She's banking right, not elevator trim, but rudder trim, because one click of rudder trim is much more fine tuning. That's much more convenient, and my basic aileron trim settings is 1% right wing. (210). Perfect. Now I'm not doing anything about 40 seconds right now, and I bet that's gonna be more than a minute. She's maintaining her heading without outer level, unrealistic outer level, without me touching controls. That's some fun. That's why I like P-40. That's why I like stabilized attitudes of flight. But now she's turning left, I think. No, it's still 210, plus minus 0 degree heading. Plus minus 1 is okay. That's how precise she is, how stable she is. Yeah, still. But I can see she's turning left a little bit. It's already 1 minute 40 or 50 seconds, almost 2 minutes I didn't touch, and now it's 209. I'm turning right a little bit. Almost 2 minutes I didn't touch my controls for almost 2 minutes. That's beautiful. That's how route flying should look like. Not some waves up and down, not some waves left and right, some wobbling left and right. That should be straight and level flight. Stabilized straight and level is much fun, so much fun. Unfortunately, people disregard that, do not respect that, don't use that. this stream is gonna be, I think, the only one English speaking stream today. I'm really not sure I'm gonna have time for third stream if Russian speaking bomber guys will not be available today. I think I will not stream at all, but after this stream I will have Russian speaking A20 operational readiness training stream, also very long. I have skipped that training mission last week. I couldn't afford that to myself. So that's the only one English speaking stream for today, I think. Now I can see that river I was watching last week. I couldn't see it for some reason. I didn't know where I am. I probably was over here. From low level, usually I'm quite good in spotting landmarks and terrain features. That was interesting case. I didn't spot that river for some reason. That's Kabur. Oh, that's a Trouville. That you can see. That's Villers-sur-Mer. That's Kabur on my 11 o'clock, and that's Osterham. I do not touch my controls. She's maintaining heading. My P-40 is maintaining heading. Now I'm touching. Now I'm turning right a little bit. I've got plenty of time to work with the map, to look around, to watch for terrain features, to know where I am. And this is Bernieret-sur-Mer over there. So I'm right on my route line. That's Cayenne. Cayenne City is gonna be on my 1 o'clock very soon. And I'm gonna shift left, so my heading adjustment, my route is 200, and I'm flying, as you can see, 210. That's a wind shift adjustment in terms of heading. Was quite right. So I'm not shifting west, I'm not shifting east, I'm a little bit to the west from my line, but that's Kabul. I'm almost on that red line on my route, so on my path, on my trajectory. So that my guess of 10 degrees heading adjustment, counter wind shift adjustment was quite accurate. That's good. That's also important for route flying, for group flying. If you don't want any complications and if you want to steer between AAA flag areas, if you want to fly stealthy if you don't want to be spotted by somebody, you need to maintain your heading, and of course you need navigator's toolkit to plan that route, your flight route, your flight profile, to share that materials with group members, to let them know what you need them to do. This combat aviation simulator without navigator's toolkit is not good at all. Some developers, team management consider it's okay, but it's not okay. I'm sure new game will not have those tools, navigator's tools, because that's I don't know how to say it in English, that's a culture of playing game of some personalities which are management, which are developers team management. So that's Cayenne, that's road to Cayenne, to Filtrorn. That small village is Dozul, probably. Sorry for my French. And my next terrain feature is gonna be railroad to Macedon Cannon, from Cayenne to Macedon Cannon. And next terrain feature is gonna be some river with that thick part of that river and that Putange bridge. So that's gonna be terrain feature or landmark which I'm gonna use to find where I am. Flying not low level but on 3,000 feet, 3,000 feet is in such a great weather, such a great visibility is very easy in terms of navigation, in terms of knowing where you are. That's a T junction. Probably this T junction, Grandville village. It's very easy for me to look around to find any landmarks, to watch my target, because my airplane is stabilized. I'm maintaining heading very consistently and very precise. That's why I like P-40. With A20 it's not gonna be the same later today with when I'm gonna do my Russian speaking A20 stream. That's gonna be operational training mission, operational readiness training mission. Not even training but gaining some skills. This airplane is A20 is still new for me. I do not use it very much. And where is my next falaise? We're gonna have falaise on our left. Where is it? Yes, I can see it. That's Falaise. Famous town. And Argentan over here. Argentan I will not be able to see. It's too far away. I can see it. You will not be able to see it on stream. I can see it. And I can see some river. That's a very good terrain feature. to know where you are. Some big forest, this forest and this river. Saint Sylvain, probably on my 7 or 8 o'clock right now. Yes, I've got on my 7 o'clock that Saint Sylvain, and I'm still maintaining heading. My P-40 is perfectly stabilized, and my next terrain feature is gonna be that river with that thick part of a river, curved part, and that put on gas bridge and town. Bridges and small towns are very good terrain features to know where you are. I can see that curved part of that river already. That landscape is quite has got quite hills. That's a French landscape. And where is my I will not be able to see it probably. Any river gives you a chance to see any U-turns and to find them on your map. So I'm somewhere here. That U-turn is on my 11. I'm somewhere 2912.4 and Flares city with a railroad is gonna be on my 11 very soon. I can see it already very well, but my put on gas town I'm not able to see. Probably it's behind the hill. That's why I'm not able to see it. Yeah, probably. Oh, it's more far away. I can see it. It's far away. It's already almost 15 kilometers from me. So another town Flares is on my 1 or 2 o'clock. I'm sorry, not 11 of course. 1 or 2 o'clock. And next terrain feature is gonna be Dome Front. Very convenient landmark. Just look how I maintain my heading. I need to switch to close my cowl flaps a little bit, and I've lost 15 feet of altitude. I'm still stabilized. I love my P-40 for that. Very stabilized, very stable. Once again, I would like to fly close formation or spread formation with my own airplane. That would be a pure fun on stabilized flight altitude. And I can see next Dome Front. And on my 11 I'm gonna have those small ponds. I will not miss them. I'm not able to see it. I can see one pond that's too far away. Is it Dome Front? Yes. No. That's Flares. That was contour. Now you can see that was my mistake, my navigational mistake. I was indiscreet, I wasn't paying attention, Contournero was that town, and Fleurs is over here. That's how you can lose your positioning. That's interesting. That was my mistake, my bad, but I've managed to fix it. Good for me, but I shouldn't do that mistakes. I'm quite experienced in navigation. So now I'm 3011.4.2, and that dome front I'm gonna see on my 1 o'clock. A small pond over here. I can see very small elongated pond from south to north. I can see it, you can see it. That's a small forest, and that should be a railroad. That's a road, and where is the railroad? I'm not able to see it underneath my wings and underneath my canopy. T-junction. I can see it. T-junction is over there. You're probably not able to see it on stream. And I'm still maintaining my heading absolutely fine, absolutely fine. I like it. So I'm somewhere 3111.7.4. On my 11 o'clock I'm gonna be able to see double pond. Not able to see it yet. And that dome front is gonna be on my 1 o'clock. Or maybe on my 12 o'clock I will not be able to see it. I do some corrections to maintain heading. That's how group leader should fly. I'm not able to see though. Those small ponds are much far to the east. But that's okay, that's okay. That's a perfect route flying, I would say. Oh, that's a fine weather, great visibility. 10 out of 10 visibility. And over here I'm gonna turn right, approach this point, turn right once again. That's gonna be my final approach before brake right and strafe those flak units. That's gonna be the hardest part. AAA suppression part of a mission. Even harder for me if I would meet 109 1-on-1. That's not gonna be so hard for me as suppressing AAA. And what's gonna be my terrain feature when I gonna start? That's Goron city probably when I see it. By the way, dome front I didn't see. That's dome front probably. Or if I'm not mistaken. That's Dome front. Yes, I can see railroad, that's Dome front. No railroads at Garon, that's a Dome front. And somewhere there should be armored target, armored repair shops. Adding radar trim one more to the left. I can see it. I can see it. It's far away. I'm safe on such a great distance. That's very well route flying. Very well route flying. We don't need any complications. And I've got, I've left 2.5 hours. That's, my mission is already 1.5 hour long. I like long missions, but I would run out of time. So 4 hours mission isn't enough for me. I liked it. So this river is somewhere here. That's that Goron city. Where is it? Goron, probably on my 1 o'clock. I wonder why I'm not able to see it. It's this 3308.6 lake, as you can see. I wasn't discreet, that's my bad. I've lost 3 or 4 degrees of heading. That's my bad, some reason. I've added one more click of radar trim seconds to the left. That was my bad, I'm sorry for that. Unacceptable. And I can see my Goron town, that's my landmark for right turn. My AAA suppression attack heading's gonna be 105. So my approach heading's gonna be 015. So my approach to the area when I'm gonna turn right is gonna be 285. Very easy. Soon I'm gonna turn right. Very soon. I'm somewhere here. 3409.9 probably, or 0.8, and I'm gonna turn right on this straight, and then somewhere on St. James I'm gonna turn right once again. I'm losing heading some reason. Okay, turning right. Extra power. Bank angle 15 degrees. Turning. And my new heading's gonna be 285. Just as simple as that. Throttle back. got hot engine. I don't need that. Open up. 285. Add some power. I'm not gonna be stabilized. Okay, 22.2.1.2. Perfect. Perfect. So my next terrain feature is gonna be landing of Fugeres towns on my 11. Altitude is absolutely fine. I'm not quite stabilized, but that's I can disregard that for now. Front wind gives me some troubles with balancing, but I don't care too much. And I can see that Fugeres. Very well. Now I'm somewhere 3408.1. Yes, that's Fugeres and that big forest and landing on my 11 o'clock exactly. So my pass is somewhere here. Perfect approach. I like it very much. I will be able to see St. James on my 1 o'clock, and that's crucial for me because that St. James is gonna be my final terrain feature, final landmark for my right turn on final approach heading when I gonna set my P-40 on combat mode, and then somewhere there I gonna break right and dive to strafe flak units. That's very important. Your initial attacking point is very important because if in case of group flying you're gonna do combat break pattern over here, which gonna give you any distances in column, and you're gonna in column formation and you're gonna strafe your target in the most efficient way. So you need 5 seconds delay, you're gonna have 5 seconds distances between airplanes. That's very important to have your heading 90 degrees to your attack heading. It also gives you good visibility of your target, good ranging of your target. That's very important because sometimes you watch streams and guys attack flak units head to head, like we call it in Russian. That's absolutely unacceptable. That's an experienced new player's way of attacking flak units. Of course they do good thing to do that in a group. I will do that alone, but as I said earlier, I've got no one to play with, because if I gonna be able to play with Russian guys later today in the evening on A20, you're gonna see why exactly I'm not able to play. Very experienced guys, but they use quite different way of playing, way of controlling airplane. They use auto level, they not so interested in way of proper way of flying, unfortunately, even in simple parts of mission and on simple mission parts, and that mission part is the most complicated, the most hard part of the mission. So if you play in group, your unit, your group should do that in a proper way. And head-to-head flak units attack isn't good at all. I can see my St. James, I don't know how French call it. I call it in English St. James, but that's a French town, village or small town probably. And somewhere there I will have my ground target, stationary vehicle column. Now I'm somewhere 3406.4 or 3405.9. I should have a road. Yes, I've got that road just underneath my airplane. That's a good navigational skills for me. They could be very important, very, very important. For you need the proper initial point for your attack, and to get your group into that point you need a proper navigation, proper route flying, proper route, proper profile. My altitude is okay, so very soon I'm gonna start turning right. I can say I'm somewhere 3405.8 right now, or 3305.5.2. I'm not able to see my target. My target is much far. Okay. Okay, turning right. And after turning right, I'm gonna start switching to the combat mode. I'm gonna set my 2600 RPM, 30 inches manifold pressure, and of course auto reach mixture, not to harm my engine. I know this game doesn't introduce any realistic engine behavior, but auto lean gives you very hot engine, high temperature in cylinders. That's why your engine is more efficient. That's why you lose less fuel, but your engine durability isn't so good. So first of all, track IR set. Second, 3/4 open cowl flaps. Next, RPM to 72% and throttle to 30 inches. Technochat. Aileron trim neutral 63-62. rudder trim and about 25 elevator trim. I'm not able to see my target. My target is quite far away, but I've got the map. Yes, that was my bad. I'm too far away. That wasn't right. But I can see that town. My target is gonna be just right next to the Saint-Hilaire-du-Horquet. I'm not able to see the road yet, but I think I'm gonna brake right. Okay, braking right, brake. Heading 105. Not losing altitude yet. Watching for our target. Where is it? That was bad approach. Very bad approach. I can see the road. I can see my target. I was too far to the west, so my St. James right turn should be executed earlier. But anyway, I'm gonna deal with it. I'm too close. I'm not doing head-to-head attacks. I'm too close, that's my bad. Maybe not too close, let's wait and see. Maybe normal. No, yes, normal. That was a hit. Evasive maneuvering immediately. That was a hit. Good hit. Watch. Oh, she's still firing. Maybe that's another vehicle. I hope I've damaged that. Oh, I'm sorry for that. Probably I didn't damage that vehicle, that AAA unit, that flak unit. Oh, that's amazing. I didn't damage it. Okay, I skip, because of lack of time, I skip my combat rejoin. No, I've damaged it. It's damaged. I'm starting my climbing. 195 heading. Oh, yes, 195 heading. I'm sorry, that's not my normal procedure, but I need to start climbing. Throttle back, 150 indicated airspeed I need. Throttle forward. My P-40 stabilized. Okay, I've got 1 of 2 and I got no damages. Now I'm gonna climb 1,500 feet above the ground. Ground is 500 feet itself, so 2,000 feet climbing, and then start turning right and repeat AAA suppression pattern. This stabilized climbing attitude gives you a chance to cool down your engine, to cool down yourself, to form up, to watch your 6, to play bait for enemy aircraft, enemy fighters, because when you've got escort, they're gonna be glad when enemy aircraft jump on you. Sometimes you need to play a bad bait. Turning right, that's gonna be 180 turn, and after completing this turn I gonna have altitude about 2700 feet above the ground, above the target, and I gonna immediately transition into straightened level on combat power settings and repeat brake right and dive for another flak unit. That's a AAA suppression pattern procedure. That's very important to have standard patterns, standard templates. That's very important for efficiency, for situational awareness. If you've got escort fighters and whole group is God knows where, those escort fighters, they gonna be crazy trying to figure out where is guy screaming and yelling, I've got enemy on my 6. And when you've got standard pattern, they're gonna know where you are in any given moment. That's a bug, that's a game's bug. Sometimes they do not die, those flags, they start shooting that's good for me. Visibility is poor. I'm watching my target, picking up the right moment for brake right. Brake right. And dive. In all IL-2 Forgotten Battles I would do waving on dive, but this game doesn't work that way. In that game flags were much more dangerous and intelligent. This game, they've set the bar lower than previous game 20 years ago. I'm not arguing, not yelling, but that's a fact of life. Another flak unit. Oh, that's gonna be painful. That was some hits. I'm not sure if I was too close. I should be turning harder left. I was too close. But anyway, those artillery and flak artillery also has got very weak. Yes, it's destroyed. No combat rejoin pattern for me once again, because I need to. I've got no time and I've got no fuel for that. I'm working on my combat radius limit. My combat radius is about 500 kilometers. I've got more than 400 about 400 right now. I'm sorry for that. That's not my normal procedure. What I'm doing right now, I'm establishing my base point. I hope that flag doesn't shoot me down. It's damaged, okay? Or not. I really hope I'm not doing some stupid thing, not shooting that flag unit down, not destroying it. But let's wait and see. This is gonna be one more flat circle, as I call it. One more flat circle to check out my base point. When I complete my turn and when I've got heading 105, I should be over the target. As you can see, I'm over the target, but not all. I need not over the target. Yes, I need 2/4 shift, and I need 1/4. I think 2 seconds shift, and 2 seconds 2/4 shift. 1/4 is gonna be heading 285. So when I've got heading 285, I'm gonna level up and fly straight for 2 seconds. I've almost missed that. And 2/4 opposite heading is 195 heading. I'm gonna level up and do another 2 seconds, and climbing. Now I'm climbing. 165 is my climbing, my jump heading. I'm sorry, I was late to do my jumping. That's gonna be 1700 feet when I'm gonna start climbing turn. Started climbing turn earlier. This profiled circle will not contain any firing. I'm gonna just aim my target. Okay, my P-40 is stabilized. I've still got my fuselage tank, and now climbing until 110 miles per hour and then dive. I think I'm gonna destroy that stupid flak unit in this dive. Oh, such a great wind shifting. That was a hit. That was a hit. Wind shift is mighty, so that's why I need to do some I don't know how to say it in English, not real 1/4 shift. I'm gonna do shift of my climbing heading. It's not gonna be 165, it's gonna be 180. That's gonna be practically 1/4 shifting. So now climb P-40. My P-40 is intact. I've got no damages. I need to do my strafing and get the hell out of here, because I've got no time, I've got no... I'm working with my elevator trim to maintain 2,500 and 3,000 feet per minute vertical speed. Now I'm turning left, maintaining 45-degree bank angle and watching my airspeed. It shouldn't be less than 140 miles per hour, not more than 150 miles per hour, and watch for my target. My target is absolutely fine. That's a great approach. Leveling up, she's stabilized, she's climbing by herself a little bit. When she stops climbing, I'm gonna pull up and very gently until airspeed 110 miles per hour. I'm pulling up. And I'm gonna aim to the left of my target because of that wind shifting. Okay, fine. Turning left. Elevator trim down, turning left. That was a bad approach. But I'm still not experienced in such great crosswind conditions, such hard crosswind conditions. I will be experienced. I need combat experience for that. That was a great approach. I feel I'm gonna be much more efficient, much more successful than the last time, because I've got standard P-40's behavior. It's gonna be okay. Once again, let's wait and see if 180 climbing heading is gonna be fine. That's practically 15 degrees wind shifting adjustment. I do. Now I'm working with elevator trim to maintain my vertical speed constant, as you can see right now, and I'm waiting till 1700 feet altitude when I'm gonna start my left climbing turn. That's a standard pattern to get yourself into your initial attack point. I don't need Technochat for combat. I need it for transitioning on route flying, on operational training missions. In combat I'm better than most of the players without Technochat. Once again, altitude is fine. I'm leveling up. Wait until she stops pitching up and then pull up manually. She's pitching up by herself. When she stops, I pull up manually. I watch also the road. I was too close to the target. I don't need extremely steep dives. This dive is absolutely fine, 100%. That vehicle is my target. That was a miss. Bad strafing run. Let's make it good. I like short burst. It's good for efficiency, for saving ammunition, and I do not respect guys who push the trigger and waste ammunitions. That's not a good gaming. Not a good gaming at all. Once again, 185, I'm leveling up. She's turning another 5 degrees while leveling up. And now I've got perfect vertical speed. I'm working with elevator trim to maintain it and watching my altitude. I like my standard template, standard strafing pattern, steep approach pattern, and turn left. Adjusting elevator trim, maximum -1 round. Watch bank angle 45 degrees. Watch airspeed shouldn't be less than 140 miles indicated. Miles per hour indicated. I'm okay, absolutely fine. Leveling up, she's gonna be stabilized and climbing by herself a little bit, pitching nose up a little bit. Altitude is fine. When she stops, I gonna pull up manually, pulling up. I'm pulling up until it's 110 miles per hour indicated. There's gonna be steep approach. No, normal, not shallow, not steep, absolutely fine. That vehicle is shadowed by the tree. Once again, I'm not used to open fire with banking a little bit left. I need to get myself familiar with that. Once again, I'm undershooting a little bit. Let's make an adjustments, let's fix that. I ain't got no all day for that. But I've got fuel, I've got time, I can make it. Only 9 trucks, 9 vehicles in that column. I'm not watching stats, I'm not watching any efficiency. I just like that standard strafing procedure. It's that strafing procedure is, in my opinion, is very convenient for group flying, for unit strafing. I like it. My wind shift adjustments are working fine, and that road is very convenient landmark terrain feature to assess your range. Climbing and diving. Now I'm gonna get that truck. Quite shallow approach, I'm okay with that. That was a miss, but I've touched that vehicle thanks to how you say it in English, exceptional armament, P-40's armament. I was successful in that strafing run. Exceptional. Those 6 machine guns, I like that armament. For a new player, for inexperienced player, for a player who consider himself quite weak in gunnery, like myself. But anyway, that's a armament for all. If you like group flying, that's your kind of armament. And if you're a virtuoso of cannon virtuoso, you will not find any teammates who gonna support you in that, because it's very rare to find very experienced, very efficient efficient player. I'm quite new for that crosswind conditions strafing. I do not say it's pretty hard for me, but still. I'm learning right now. Okay, she stops climbing. I'm pulling up very gently. This approach, this strafing round's gonna be much steeper. Not crazy steep, but much better. Let's aim that truck. Working with my elevator trim, banking left. Okay. Bad approach. I should bank left more. Bad approach. I knew that, but I didn't do that. Bad strafing run. Let's repeat. Wait until 185 heading and climbing. Maintaining vertical speed, a little bit more please. And 1700 feet start turning left, adjusting elevator trim. My target is right where it should be. P-40 still stabilized, and I've got no enough fuel. I should egress already. I should return to base, but I will do some circles, one more, or some more circles. I destroyed that. I destroyed that truck. You can sneeze right next to your target and it will be destroyed. That was very, very, very bad strafing run. Unacceptable. Wind speed is changing a little bit, and I can feel that staged change of wind on a low level. That's why steep strafing pass is better. I've slept. I fell asleep. Now let's make it steep. Strafing pass. Okay, pulling up very gently. And dive. That was a good hit. Yes. Real car would be destroyed also. It was slight, maybe 2 meters undershoot, but ricochet will destroy that chassis completely. Turning left. Watching our airspeed, it shouldn't be more than 150 miles per hour, not less than 140 miles per hour. Target is 12 o'clock, leveling up. That's gonna be my last strafing run. I ain't got no fuel for any more strafing. That's gonna be my last. Quite shallow approach. I don't like it already. Bad approach, but I quit. Okay. Okay. It's gonna be low level. Good flying back to base. I can see some small village. Okay, let's see where we are. Yeah, probably I'm gonna follow remember that road. I will check out my heading is gonna be 1040. Some big city, big town. That's probably first. No, I'm not able to watch a map because of that curved land surface landscape. I should follow that. All that curves. I remember that town. It has road to the north of it. In north direction. Yeah, that could be very much worse. I can't say frankly, I got no clue where I am. Yeah, that probably Surdival. That was probably Surdival. Okay, I'm stabilized. Heading is okay. My next terrain feature is gonna be railroad and railroad crossing. Let's hope we're gonna see it, and that small town wire is on my third lock. Yeah, that's probably I'm 3009.4. Soon I'm gonna see railroad. Let's wait and see. Closing. Call flaps. That was not a bad AAA suppression and strafing. I am not experienced in crosswind condition. I need more practice. And now I'm egressing, now I'm returning to base. I've got time for that. I've got fuel for that. Jumping. +5 inches manifold pressure and pulling up and leveling up. Now we're gonna dive soon. Diving, -5 inches and push stick forward, lowering nose, not too much, not letting her. That's a railroad, that's a railroad, that's a crossing. perfect. I'm experienced in navigation without GPS. I know exactly where I am. I am 2090.2. That's perfect. Perfect for me. Of course, you not absolutely stabilized in low level above the ground, because you need to repeat all the curves, all the hills, all the depressions. Not all, let's say, but not all depressions, but all hills. You just need to follow them. When diving or climbing, I use technique which allows me to maintain airspeed, which is important for stabilized attitude when leveling up. My next terrain feature is gonna be, I don't know, that road that on a Surodon village. No more terrain features, I think. Good terrain features except Cayenne. That's no level, of course. They would see you, but I've got hill, high ground above on my 12. I opt not to dive, so I even need to jump a little bit. Jumping plus 5 inches, pulling up and pushing down and throttling back. The airspeed is key. I didn't accelerate, I didn't lose airspeed, so I'm quite stabilized when leveling up. That's a low level technique. That's a low level, I think. Nothing magical in the way I fly. Of course, you will not be able to do long range route flying while steering around the H3. So you need to get yourself comfortable, get your route flying easier. So that's why even in this situation, in these conditions, I use stabilized flying attitudes. As you can see, I've got a high ground above on my 12. I need to jump a little bit more and leveling up. And ground level goes down, diving. Throttle back minus 5 inches. Oh, that's a road, that's my terrain feature, very well. Not so much diving. I watch my P-40's nose behavior, whether if it goes up, it's too much airspeed. If the nose goes down, that's not enough airspeed. Now nose was going up, and now it's stationary. That's exactly airspeed I want. So now I am somewhere here. You should watch your map and watch with one eye on instrument panel, one eye on nose behavior, on horizon, sorry. This is unacceptable, developers. You should be able to watch your map and still control one eye on instrument panel, one eye on nose and wings behavior. Whether your airplane is banking, whether she's pitching or something else. So now I'm somewhere 2711. Cayenne is on my 12. Yes, exactly. That was easy. Normandy low level flying was easy. Now I'm turning left on Cayenne. I shouldn't do that probably. My heading should be 030, because I was okay with 210 heading flying to the target. So return to base heading should be 030. I'm happy to have enough time to return to base, to do approach straight, to do overhead brake pattern. I hope landing will be without circling and taxiing without circling, regardless that very strong wind, very high wind speed. That's gonna be another task for me. And that's Cayenne. So let's wait. That's low level, I would say. I will not hit the tree, I hope, while doing those external views. That's low level. I like it. Very low level. And you will not be able to see the high tree top. I need to adjust my power. $20.7, 20.6, 20.7 is okay. 20.7 is gonna be okay for her. Is it enough or not enough? I will collide with the tree or not? I will not collide. I will not collide. .21.0 manifold pressure, 21.6. I hope that would be enough. That's a great Normandy Cayenne. Those who play squat or postscriptum, these big cities would be great to play, or Arma. Oh, no. I always made that mistake, or almost made that mistake. I need to... That was my incompetence. 030 isn't the heading. I needed 010. Sorry, that was my incompetence. That was my bad, my mistake. Those navigation tasks without GPS are quite fun in this game. Thanks God, historical IL2 training server introduces you missions with Technochat with relatively long 4 hours missions and with no stupid turbulence and with no GPS. You wouldn't believe, for those who might watch, you will not find any other server with such conditions. I know Steel Skies, very good training server, but no combat situation on this server, no new targets, no new unique targets, no realistic targets. The ground surface goes down. I need to dive a little bit and level up, and then on a sea level I'm gonna dive a little bit more. That's a wind shift. Diving, minus 5 inches, nose down. Not letting her accelerate, not letting her slowing down. And leveling up very slowly, very smooth flight profile. I'm stabilized. I need to set probably 21.0, yes, 21.0 inches. I hope that's gonna be okay for me. That's low level. Low level in sea is very much fun. We've got aerodynamic cushion pillow which doesn't allow you to hit the waves, but I need to adjust anyway. Let's make it 21.7 manifold pressure. I hope that's gonna be enough for her, because that was too low. You need to be stealthy in realistic conditions. That would be great help. Low level flying makes it harder to spotters, harder to see you, harder to hear you, harder to lock you on a radar facilities. Not enough. Adding to 22.0. good. I've got plenty of fuel. I will be able to do normal approach, straight, normal overhead brake pattern, and normal landing. My P-40 is perfectly stabilized. I've got time. Great. That's low level. Just imagine a 12 airplane squadron flying spread formation. So I've got altitude 40 feet, that's 13 meters altitude. That's okay, fine for me. My location is somewhere here. 2114.1 probably. Le Havre is on my 9 o'clock exactly. I need to adjust rudder trim to the left a little bit. Anyway, my P-40 is perfectly stabilized. Yes, she's probably gaining some altitude, but I will open cowl flaps a little bit more, which are not so efficient on P-40 and very efficient on A20. I'm hoping not to skip my operational training mission today and operational training stream. That's gonna be Russian commentary stream. No, not much time I've got for that. And probably later in the evening I'm gonna have third stream also with Russian commentary on historical air war combat server. I hope to fly in a group of Russian bombers on A20s. If I will not be able to do that, I probably will not stream anymore. And I didn't forget about Air War Troop Carrier Command Discord players. If you still there, I would like to fly with you, but honestly I've got no time for that. Tomorrow I will not be able to play. Yesterday I was traveling. Tomorrow I'm gonna be traveling once again. I'm not be able to play, to fly. But it was a nice mission. It still goes on. I love it. You can see the wind shifter with your own eyes on external views. That's a very strong wind. Thanks God it's not gusty. I'm maintaining those 35-40 feet altitude. Is absolutely okay for me. That's a low level. Without auto level, without anything, without touching the controls for 40-50 seconds or maybe more than a minute. Now I'm adjusting heading a little bit, and I leave here heading wouldn't be okay. 10011. Adjust to the left. Oh, that's okay. And I do not touch her. That was 15 seconds when I didn't. Let's wait and see how much time I will not be needed to do some control manipulations. No, only 20 seconds, only 20 seconds. She's going left. I should leave her. I should leave her with 0 bank angle, and I left some left bank angle. Let's repeat that experiment. It was 20 seconds when I stopped controlling her. No, she's not stabilized. I need 81. Yes, 81 is gonna be good. Now she's gonna start banking right. She was banking left. And she's gaining altitude. I don't need that. Probably that was staged mass balance change. I'm gonna open up 3 more. She's gaining altitude. Now she's stabilized. That's funny, some reason when having a low fuel my P-40 isn't so stable on heading. That's interesting behavior. I'm already able to see the English coast. So you can see the wind shift on external views. Beautiful. She's shifting left. My side slip is absolutely okay, as you can see, but the wind, the atmosphere around me is moving east. That's why I move also. English Küste, Britische Küste. So I wonder where I gonna find myself touching the ground. That Dagness Cape, probably on my 12. That La Manche area, I know it's the German fighters hunting playground, so let's not climb. Of course that's training, nobody's on server except me, but I don't want to climb to see where I am and to get myself close to New Romney or lead. Probably that cape is on my 12. The Dagness Cape probably on my 12. That's a very good navigation if it's the case. Let's wait and see. I didn't notice those ships, those enemy ships. Where are those? I should be aware of them. They should be somewhere here. I didn't notice them at all. Okay, I should start climbing. Start climbing. +5. Elevator trim. RPM to 72. +5. +5 more. +5 more. Wait until she's pitching nose down. +5 more. And +5 more. Techno-Chat-Off, throttle forward. Executed very bad. Some reason, I don't know why. That transition from straight and level, stabilized straight and level to stabilized climbing wasn't executed good. I can't believe that. I'm too far to the... Okay, transitioning to straight and level, -10%, RPM down to 43%, rudder trim to 82, -1 right wing, -5% more, elevator trim, she's pitching nose up, -5% more. -5% more. And -5% more. Techno-Chat-Off. And throttle back. So where is my cape? Why I'm so far? Why I'm at Eastbourne? I should be very weird. I do not understand that. Very weird. Very weird. Okay, turning right. That's a Brighton I can see. Why am I so far to the west? That's probably because on low level wind shift is not so powerful, maybe. Very strange. I hit the Brighton. No, that's not Brighton. Eastbourne. It's Eastbourne. I'm so far to the east and I really do not understand. Okay. I'm sorry, so far to the west. I was so far to the west. (22.1) probably yes. 22.1. That's very strange for me. Now I am in 1017.9. Very strange. As you can see, I'm perfectly stabilized. So then I'm gonna get myself into this area and gonna go towards approach straight. Okay, thanks God I have time for that. That was navigational mistake some reason. I really do not understand why I was here, not here. Very strange. What are those strong wings? They should shift me to the east, not to the west. Very strange. That's Eastbourne. That's Little Common, Bexhill and Hastings. Little Common, Bexhill and Hastings. And then Chelsea and then my airfield. Yes. Now I'm not mistaken. No mistakes anymore. Altitude is 100% okay. Stabilized. Fuel fine. Temperatures fine. No German hunters on my tail. Let's make it home. Now I'm steering somewhere here, but I know wind's gonna shift me to the east and I'm gonna hit this point. So somewhere there I'm gonna turn left and do final approach, or not final approach, sorry, do approach straight, then overhead brake pattern and then final approach and landing. Turning left on 060. That's a 15 degrees 15 degrees turn. I do it with a very small bank angle, 3-4 degrees, not more than 5. So I happen to be overrating that wind shift capacity. Yes, I can see my airfield fine. That's gonna be good for me to pick up the right timing for left turn. Very well. Okay, and I'm starting turn right now. Additional power. It's gonna be 60, almost 90 degrees left turn, because I need to do wind shift adjustment. My heading is not gonna be 355, it's gonna be 345. I'm absolutely okay. That's also experience. Absolutely. And I forgot how much wind shift adjustments I should do overhead brake pattern, it's about 200 seconds. So that's 1.5 kilometers. So I need to do, I will do 20 seconds 1/4 shift. That's gonna be okay. That's gonna be fine. Turning left. I'm too close, I need to shift right. Wind is gonna shift me to the right, but I need more. So it's time to make full reach or auto reach. That's a landing procedure. Oh, fine. Okay, let's pick up right time, and overhead brake pattern is ahead of me. Standard template, standard pattern. It's gonna start in 40 seconds, and I'm gonna use 20 seconds, no 20, not 20, 18 seconds or 1/4 shift. One quarter is gonna be 285. No, 265. So I'm leveling up on 265, wait 18 seconds, and then proceed with left turn. 35 seconds that was, so in 53 seconds I will proceed with left turn. That's gonna be my wind shift adjustment. And of course I go on opposite heading on 2 quarters. I gonna do 9 seconds shifting. That's standard for me. On 175 I'm leveling up and do 9 seconds waiting, flying straight and level. And then proceed with left turning. That was 45 seconds. in 54 seconds I proceed, and now watch my airfield. I'm too far, but that wind is gonna shift me closer, so I'm not. That's not a mistake. Check the chat on. All set. I'm okay. Ranging is okay. I'm too low. Fine. Switched to another, and all set. Wheels down. Throttle back and forth a little bit. RPM forward. Banking. Elevator trim to 90%. All okay, all fine. Aileron and rudder trim settings. Good, not letting her lose altitude. Okay. I'm too far from threshold, runway threshold. Okay, I'm too far. That's not common for me to be so low on final approach, but I will manage that with my power settings. I'm fine. I should have less 1/4 shifting. That's gonna be a good practice for me, good experience for me. Power up a little bit, I'm gonna be okay. That's a rare occasion of me being low at my glissade, but that's okay. That was a tough, strong wind mission. Not a bad touchdown. Absolutely bad circling, but in this case I would say that that was because of that crosswind. That wasn't my fault. I've got no enough experience. I will not curse on those guys who set such a great crosswinds. That was a good practice for me, but just as I said earlier, I've been asking aerobatics multi-champion Russian. He said they are the real masters of aerobatics. Great, very highly skilled pilots. When it's 6 meters per second, they already trying not to fly. And now I've got 8 meters per second crosswind. That was very tough for me, but once again good practicing. I had absolutely no experience with such crosswinds. I couldn't do anything your tail surface is affected by that wind. You're not able to steer right. Now I'm gonna turn backwards and you will see how I'm gonna struggle to turn left. But anyway, I need to practice more. Probably I could do things better. Even with brakes fully applied, I'm not able to turn right. If I would do things better, I wouldn't circle. What can you do with that? You need practice. That's why I hate bad weather conditions. But some guys love them. If they would fly like I did right now, just this mission, they would never lose the motivation, that they would never lose the module. They would never lose the fun from this game. Never ever. But they appear to be losing the motivation. They've lost good gaming and they need additional features like turbulence or bad weather to make the game better. I don't blame them, they're poor devils, nothing more than poor devils. God forbid to be like that. As for me, I will never lose motivation in this game. I love such great long missions. Thanks God, historical IL2 server training server is still available. The only server I can do combat. Other servers has got ugly short missions. That's not acceptable. Some servers has got GPS, that airplane icon on the map. Some servers doesn't give you targets you want, like finish, but the finish gives you terrible turbulence. I was forced to apply brakes because though that power settings, that power was too much for normal taxiing speed. That's okay with applying brakes, but I feel better to do S-turning without brakes, and still I can feel that strong wind influence. I'm not able to steer practically. She steers left by herself because of that stupid strong wind. That's absolutely unhistorical and unrealistic, absolutely. But I don't blame those guys who opt such conditions for all. We need a game which gonna allow each player to set up his own game and do that without starting his own server. I'm sure we will never have that in Combat Aviation Simulator. I do not play DCS, but I know multiplayer in DCS has got much more problems than this game. Now she's accelerating, and when I turn left, she refuses to turn right. Oh, that's a quite a practice for me. But I really do not understand why sometimes she's accelerating, sometimes not. Really do not understand. So wind speed isn't constant. We got gusty weather probably. Gusty. That's why they didn't fly in such a strong winds. I'm not able to turn left, just not able. As you can see, rather full left, I'm not able to turn left. Now I'm gonna start accelerating, absolutely weird on this steel plates. You can see surface isn't smooth, isn't flat, but I'm still rolling jack characteristic is very low. Rolling jack is very low. Why is it so? That's probably not right. And now I'm not able to, because of that wind, I'm not able to accelerate. I need to add some power. Okay, let's do normal taxi and as turning towards my parking place. Let's make that parking place a little bit forward, and that's gonna be it for English commentary streams for today. I really hope to do another operational training mission and respectively stream, but it's gonna be with that stream's gonna be with Russian commentary, and later today in the evening I'm gonna do combat group flying on some Russian or A-20 bombers or maybe some other bombers. Engine stop. Sorry for that circle, but I wasn't able to do anything. So thank you all for watching. That's all for now. Expecting another stream in about probably in 30 or 40 minutes. Okay, goodbye.